Hey everybody, I am going to do a little tutorial, a twist on a lollipop flower. I haven't seen this one done before, so it's new to me. Don't know if anybody else has done it or not, but I did, search through lollipop flowers and didn't come across anything like it. So hopefully this is something new. But before I do that, I just wanted to share a little haul that I got from Laurie, who is More Art from the Heart. She was lucky enough to get to go to Winter CHA, and she's gotten in some great new goodies. So I got this stamp, which is going to be so cool. I actually treated myself and signed up for an art journaling class that starts toward the end of March. So I'm really excited about that, and that's going to be fun to play with. I got the Prima Timeless Memories paper pad, which is awesome. There are some beautiful papers in here. I'll do the front sides first. I think there's 5 sheets of each. Love these type of backgrounds. So that's that. Let me flip it over and show you the other sides. These are going to be a lot of fun to play with. Love that one. Okay, so that is the Timeless Memory stack. And Laurie's got a really nice variety of the new products out from CHA. And I also picked up the Viva Rusty paper. I cannot wait to play with that, because I do love rusty things, and this makes it super easy to get that effect. And yeah, check out Laurie's channel, because she has a demo video on how to use it, and some projects and things like that. So I will leave the link to her channel and to her store down below. So be sure to go check her out. And now for the flower. This is what I am calling the open lollipop. And I like it because it has more dimension other than just being circles stacked up on each other. And I've already pre-done a bunch of the circles, and I'm sure most of you are familiar with how to do the lollipop flower. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm just going to do a couple of petals for any of you who are not familiar with the basic lollipop. And a lot of videos, I mean, they'll go to the trouble of cutting out circles, but you really don't need to. You can cut out squares, and it's going to turn into a circle by the time you get it melted down. So I've got some curtain fabric here. And what I don't have is a little bowl of water next to me, which you should have just for safety purposes. But you're going to hold the fabric in your hand, and you are not going to put it in the flame. You're going to hold it right above, and you can see it just start to melt and curl those edges. And I'm just going to take it around. Yeah, and with a square, yeah, it will go in multiple directions. But to me, that just adds a little more character to the petals. So there it is. I do have a little hole in that one, but that's okay, because that can get covered up very easy with this particular flower. So just put that aside. I've got a felt square here and a bunch of petals. I went ahead and did a bunch because I think I want to try another variation of this also. So for this one, you're going to take your petal and just fold it in half so you can see the dimension there. I've got a little piece of felt here. You could use cardstock, a circle, a square, whatever you want to use. And I'm just putting that down. And with the sheer fabric, it does go through both layers of the fabric, so that's nice. Do it again. And I'm going to glue this down about halfway into the petal that's already there. So you can see I've got this first petal, and then about halfway in I put the edge of the second petal. And I'm just going to go around and you can take your time and figure out which edge you like better and all that kind of good stuff. Again, I'm gluing the petals about halfway into the one before it. I love the look of these. I like that the dimension is to me is more prevalent if you're using a sheer thin fabric like this. You know, you would need a load of them to get some dimension. But with this particular one, you really don't. Again, about halfway into it. Putting that down, and let's see if one more will do it. That one might be a little big. And then, okay, so you've got that at this point. And I think I'm going to just glue that down a little bit more so that it's not sticking up, even though I am going to put a center one in. And then you just take one of your petals and put it down in the center. And then you can put a piece of bling in there if you want to dress it up. I didn't grab any bling for doing this. But gosh, I love the look of this. Let's see, let's get getting camera there. All the ruffles on the edges and in different places. It's not just a stack of edges. So love that. And then the other way I wanted to try, well, first let's see how many petals this was. I wasn't counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 petals around and 1 in the center. So 9 lollipop circles. So I also wanted to try, and we'll see together if this works out or not. I'm going to leave the petals open, and I'm not going to stack them, but I'm going to go around the same way that I just did, without folding them, without stacking them. And let's just see how that comes out. And again, I mean, you can yeah, look at your petals closely and see what you want to show and what you don't want to show. That one's a little big, so I'm going to bring that in a little more. Oh, I think I'm going to like this one too. That's three petals so far. 4. That one's kind of big. But if you can see what I'm doing here and offsetting them. That petal's a little big, so I might have to do a little more melty. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals so far. I'm going to bring that in. And again, be careful when you're using the hot glue and sheer fabric. My fingers just happen to be able to handle the heat. That's 6. I probably should have used a circle. It might have been a little easy as my base. It might have been a little bit easier. And you can take your time when you're doing it too and place them better. Yeah, I think some of these might have been a little big for this. But let's just plop one in the middle and see what happens. Okay, it's looking a little bit lopsided, but I think I'm going to light the candle and see if I can't shrink a couple of these down a little bit. Mad science. This might be a little bit tricky. I'll shrink this one down a little bit. You can see I'm not holding it on the flame. You never want to hold it on the flame. Even above it, you could still end up getting some holes in your fabric. Okay, so... Okay, I like the concept of this, but I think I'm going to have to play with it some more as far as doing it slower and getting proper placement, being a little more careful with it. But we're just playing right now. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, I probably should have put in a couple extra petals too. But you know what? I think I'm going to tack a couple on the bottom. Just to help with the shape. Let's melt another one. I'm going to need that to be a little bit smaller, so I'll shrink it a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. See, just play till you're happy with it. And then I could stick another piece of felt under there, or cardstock circle, or whatever. And I'm just gonna flatten it down a little bit more so that it's not so floppy. Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. Had a major tickle in my throat. So I like the concept of this, but I'm definitely going to play with it some more and see if I can get the shape to work a little bit better. So right now, I like this one better, folding the petals in half. I really like how this came out. So I will be making more of those for sure. I might try this one more time and see how it works out. But there you go. The success and the fail. Not everything's going to come out the way you want it to the first time. So just take some playing and having some fun with it. And I think that's it for now. Be sure to go check out Laurie's store and her videos on how to use the rusty paper. Try out the flowers. I'd love to see how it works out for you. And thank you all so much for watching and spending a little time with me. And appreciate your comments. And I will hopefully see you soon. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.